Good day everyone, good day ma'am. My name is Joyra Piluntuan and I will discuss the Rizal Lives and Works, Chapter 23, Martyrdom at Bagumbayan. So introduces Chapter 23 titled Martyrdom at Bagumbayan and begins with a quote from a Rizal poem. So the poem is farewell, dear fatherland, clime of the sun curved, pearl of the Orient seas, our Eden looks. Godly, now I go to give thee this faded life's best, and were it brighter, fresher, or more blessed, still would if give it thee, nor count the cost. So this poem is expressing his willingness to sacrifice his life for his country, even if it were a brighter, fresher, or more blessed life. So this first paragraph is describe Rizal's awareness of his impending execution after his court martial. It details the official notification of his execution at 6 a.m. on December 29, 1986 by Captain Rafael Dominguez. The paragraph, hina-highlight dito yung Rizal ng activities, yung mga activities na nagawa bago ay on the eve of his death. So, kasama dito yung pagsusulat ng farewell letters, conversing with prize sa mga pare, and preparing spiritually and composing his farewell poem. It also mentions his renunciation of masonry and his marriage to Josephine Bracken under Catholic rite. Dito naman sa third paragraph is detailed Rizal's courageous march to his execution site at Bagumbayan and his death at 7:03 a.m. on December 30, 1896 at the age of 35. Kasali na rin dito ang pag-emphasize ng kanyang last legacy as a national hero of the Philippines. The next paragraph is ito na yung dinidescribe na Rizal last hours. Rizal last hours starting at 7 a.m. noong December 29. After receiving his death sentence, he moved to the prison chapel where he... So, dahil nga dito is bilang na yung mga oras ni Jose Rizal is nag-request siya na makita niya yung dating profession niya from the Ateneo. Ito rin yung first visitor where Mr. Miguel Sadera Mata and Far Luis Visa. This paragraph recounts an event at 7:15 a.m. when Francis Sadara left and Rizal on Sevilla mood, reminded of an image of the Sacred Heart of Jesus from his Ateneo days. Anticipating this, retrieve the image and give it to Rizal, who placed it on his writing table. Also, the next paragraph is describes the arrival of Antonio Rosal at 8 a.m. to relieve Visa and Rizal's invitation to partake in breakfast. Next is focusing on his visitors and activities leading up on his execution. So, after nga ng breakfast, Lieutenant D. Andrade left and Rizal thanked him for his service. So, this sets is the scene of the day's events. So, yun na nga, next is after na ng breakfast is binisita siya ni Federico Fara ng 9 a.m., nire-remind niya si Rizal of his early prophecy about dun sa impact of Nolimitang Here. Nolimitang Here Rizal, knowledge, Faura's presence. So, at 10 a.m., Father Jose Villa Clara, Villa Clara is teacher siya ni Rizal sa Ateneo. And kasama niya rin dito is si Vicente Balaguer, Santiago Matex, a correspondent of El Heraldo de Madrid also, at dumating na rin si El Heraldo de Madrid. So, sapit ng tanghali is napag-isipan na rin umalis nila Father Villa Clara and Balaguer na iwan si Rizal with his guards. And he ate lunch and then continued writing until 3:30 p.m. The guards were not strictly monitoring him during his period. So between noon and 3:30 p.m., Rizal wrote his final poem, which is the Ultimo Adios. So Father Balaguer returned. Si Father Balaguer is bumalik siya at 30 p.m. So doon nila diniscuss yung religious matters with Rizal, who remained firm in his refusal to. So pagsapit naman ng 4:30 p.m. is dumating naman yung mother ni Rizal. Rizal kissed her hands and begged forgiveness. Both mother and son wept as the guard separated them. So afterwards, Trinidad, Rizal's sisters, entered bringing an alcohol cooking stove, a gift from Paz Pardo Taber. Trinidad received a small piece of paper from Rizal containing part of Ultimo Adios. She knew English because Rizal taught her, and Father Villa Clara and Fathers Balaguer and March left. At 6 p.m., received Don Silvino Lopez Tonyon, the Dean of the Manila Cathedral. So, noong 8 p.m., bumalik si Father Balaguer, kasama niya na si Father Visa. Pinag-usapan nila yung about religious matter. So, Fiscal Gaspar Castaño also visited of the royal audience, engaging in pleasant conversation with Rizal, who act as a gracious host. Ayun na nga, sobrang dami na nangyari. So, at 10 p.m. on December 29, a draft of Rizal's retraction from the Freemasons arrived from Archbishop Bernardino Nozeleda. Rizal rejected it because it was too long. So Father Balaguer presented a shorter version prepared by PUP, the Jesuit superior in the Philippines, which Rizal accepted, to he request some changes. So, ayun na nga. At 11:30 p.m., Rizal wrote and signed the retraction renouncing Masonry. So, this was witnessed by Juan del Fresno, chef of the Rizal detail, and Eloy More, ang adjutant of the plaza. After singing, Rizal confessed to the Father Villa Clara and rested. So, kinabukasan of December 30, 1896, Rizal wrote at 1:30 a.m., pray and centered again. Lumuhod siya before the altar, nag-pray with a rosary and wearing a scapular of the Immaculate Virgin. So, binasa niya yung Act of Faith, Hope Charity from the Spanish prayer book entitled Acceptation de la Muerte, and signed. Also, after nun mabasa is nag-sign siya sa page 49 at the end of the act of charity. And then he confessed to Father Briglia Clara for a third time, after which he read Thomas Kempis Imitation of Henry. So after all, no, nag-confess ulit si Rizal noong 3:30 a.m. kay Father Balaguer sa mass ni Father Balaguer. So this was so ito na yung pang-apat na confession niya. So naka-receive siya ng communion and heard mass on bended knees. Yun na nga, is nung 5 a.m. Rizal had his last, so ito na siguro yung last breakfast niya. He autographed some religious pictures and books as his past souvenirs. So, pinirmahan niya lahat yon. So, souvenirs, so para pala yun sa kanyang mother, Sister Josipa, and Sister Trinidad. Soon, Josipeng, accompanied by Narcisa, arrived to be married canonically as requested by Rizal, gave his wedding gift, the religious Father Balaguer. So si Father Balaguer is siya yung nagkasal sa kanila. Regalo ni Rizal is the Imitation de Cristo, which he autographed. The inscription reads, "To my dear and happy wife, Josephin, December 30, 1986. So, sinulat yun ni Jose Rizal. So, by 6 a.m., Rizal was ready for his execution. At 7 a.m., he was taken to Bagumbayan field to be executed by order Governor Pulever. Ayun nga, no, bago siya patayin is nagsulat muna siya noong 6 a.m. on December 30, 1986. Naka-address sa kanyang mother and father. So, yung letter is nagpa-present two of Jose last letters written shortly before his execution. So, yung letter na yun is para sa kanyang father. So, he asks forgiveness for any pain caused by the sacrifices made for his education, and he bids his father farewell. So, hindi lang yung father niya yung sinulatan niya. So, sinulatan niya rin yung mother niya, si Teodora Alonzo. It's short message written at 6 a.m. on December 30, 1896.